Happy Tech Tuesday, everybody. Today, per a staff member's request, we are going to learn how to use Google Forms. So, easiest way for me to get there is to just type in forms.google.com. Once I get there, I can look at a template gallery, or I can just start with a blank one, which is what I usually do. Now you have your new form ready to go. You can use Google Forms to give your students a quiz. It's easy because it will grade it immediately, give students feedback, and give you all of their responses. It's also good if you want to take a survey for anything. We use Google Forms to find out what kind of clubs people want to be in. Anytime you want to collect any kind of information or data, a Google form is a really great way to do it. So first thing I do when I open up a Google form is I title it, because it gets really hard to find if it just says untitled form. So we're going to call this Tech Tuesday form. All right. You can put a description in here. This is to help us learn about forms. All right. And then you just start adding questions. You can click this little circle right here, or you can just click right here. First question is usually good if you have, what is your name? Because Google Forms does not record names. It will record an email address, but it doesn't record names. So you gotta make sure that they put their name in there. And of course, I always make that a required question, which means if you check that, they cannot turn the form in unless they answer that question. Okay, and you can delete it here if you want, or duplicate the question if you want. Then just click this circle with the plus sign to add a new question. What day would you like to meet? And you can make it a short answer, or you can make it a paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, a drop-down menu. Everybody knows how to do multiple choice. Let's choose drop-down. So your option 1 would be whatever, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So now that drop-down box, whenever the other people take the quiz, then the drop-down box will show those times and they'll pick them. You can add your next question, and that question could be, I don't know, whatever you want. What's your favorite hobby? And then you could make that a paragraph, and then you can add a picture if you want. If you want to put something in to help them with a visual, search whatever you want in Google. Let's pick buttons. Select, and then that picture will drop down. So whenever they see the question, they'll see the visual aid to help guide them. And you just keep adding questions until you're done asking all of your questions. Pick a number, 1 through 10. And you can make that one multiple choice. And you keep going and going and going. And then check boxes. Check your top 3 football teams. And then it's already suggested a checkbox for you. So option 1 would be Seahawks, of course. And then I guess we could add Cowboys and the Steelers. Just keep going. And then they would be able to, whenever they get it, they'd be able to check more than one box. And then once you're done with it, there's some other things you can do. We could click on our customized theme, and we can choose a different color. We can even choose a different font. We can even find a cool background to change it up a little bit. Other things you can do are you can collect email addresses. So whenever they respond to you, it will automatically show you their email address. You can limit it to one response. If you're giving a quiz and you've got those students that want to keep doing it over and over again until they get things right, well, you can limit it to one response so that you only get one response. You can also make it so that people can edit it after they submit. Okay, if you want to. You can show a progress bar so the people who are taking the quiz or filling out the form know how far they are in your form. And you can make it so that the questions are shuffled in case you've got students sitting next to each other. The same question isn't popping up at the same time. You can turn this into a quiz. If you turn it into a quiz, then you can assign point values and you can do auto grading, and I'll show you how to do that. You can turn this on locked mode. So if students are on a Chromebook taking the quiz and you don't want them to be searching anything or going back to find answers, you can make it so that only that screen is open when they're taking the quiz. You can show them their grade immediately after they turn in the quiz, or you can do later. You can show them their missed questions, correct answers, and point values. So if you turn it into a quiz, your questions will have an answer key down here at the bottom, and then you would give it a point value, and then you can choose the correct answer. Then you can give answer feedback if you want. If they get the answer wrong, you can say, sorry, try again, look back on page 23 or whatever. And then correct answers, wow, you're awesome, or whatever you want to put. You can also add links to take them somewhere else, or you can play a video for them. There's so many possibilities here. There's even more than what I'm telling you right now. If you want a more intimate session, I would love to help you out. Of course, whenever you're done and you're okay with this form, you'll send it. Now, I do want to show you up here where it says responses. I'm not going to have any responses because nobody's taking this. But if you open this back up after you've given it to people and you go to responses, you can see everybody's responses right here. Okay. So when you're ready to send this form out, you just click here. There's your preview button, the little eyeball. And that's what it would look like whenever somebody's taking the quiz. Okay. And then you would just click your little pencil to go back. All right. When I'm ready to give this to people, I just click send. And then I can email it. I could email this quiz to everybody at Hanes Staff. Just type in Hanes Staff. Boom shakalaka. I've invited you to fill out a form. You can even, maybe not here. Sometimes you can include the form in the email, but I'm not sure why it won't let me now. Anyway, so you just email it to everybody and click send. I'm not going to because obvious reasons, but if you need more help, let me know. I would love to see you use Google Forms in your classroom. It's an efficient way and a quick way to get grades for your kids and less time consuming, so you're not grading actual papers. All right, thanks, and we'll see you next Tuesday.